right? I mean, hashtag better together, which could mean that that Copaiba is going to be paired with something that we've been talking about, right? That's been
We can take
wow.
some guesses. Take some guesses.
That's immediately what I thought when I saw Copaiba. I was like, it's gonna be deep blue, either the oil or the rub or even the stick. I don't know if they would do a stick though in the BOGO. Not in yeah. Amazing. Okay.
And
So session
Christina is here with us, Olivia. Christina is a biologist, right?
yes.
So she loves the science that doTERRA brings to the table. Um, and I think that's one of the strongest points of what we do in doTERRA and what we have in doTERRA is the fact that everything they do is intentional and it has explanation behind it. And we're not talking about the woo-woo explanation, which I love, by the way, but is the scientific studies and all the things that are so important, especially for people like professionals like Christina, right? I think that's one of the things that you were very attracted to doTERRA, right? When you first started.
Yeah. I I remember talking to Christina and I'll be like, Christina, I don't know what they're talking about. This is what I get for majoring in liberal arts, like liberal arts people. Like what? Caryophyllene, beta caryophyllene. How many caryophyllines are there? How many leans? How many? I'm just like, does it work? If it works, it's great.
Yeah, but do you guys love how diverse our doTERRA community is? It's for everyone. You know, people have asked me, "Do you think I could do doTERRA? I could do well in doTERRA?" I believe every single person could do very well in doTERRA if they're looking to implement this lifestyle to live healthier, longer, better. And I believe every single human being would love that. That's just what I think, but I'm pretty sure you would all agree, right? So it's just an easy for me. It's an easy thing to teach and an easy thing to share because I know the results I get in my family, in my life. And one thing we talked about yesterday, I did a live. I always do this live with one of my Brazil leaders, and we start and get excited because of the motivation of helping other people, but we stay for the transformation because that's what we do in doTERRA, right? It's motivation and then there's transformation. And that's really powerful to see lives transform, people transform. I watched a video of myself like almost 10 years ago. That was one of my first videos that I did for our team in doTERRA. And I was like, oh my God, people can get better.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was like, whoa. But you know, it's, yeah, Christina has been by my side for most of this. Yeah, for the whole time. Christina has been
Wow.
with me. Yeah. Yeah,
Amazing.
I'm so grateful. About being grateful, I think this is a good time to share the recipe, huh, Sissy? Pink pepper is amazing, and chocolate wild orange. All the citrus, right? All the citrus. Yes.
Love it.
I love it. So I got a salty recipe though. So we last night the kids wanted loco moco. If you all have been to Hawaii, you know what loco moco is. It's rice on the bottom with a usually a hamburger patty and egg on top with gravy, right? Super light, like very perfect for a light meal. Still not, but it's so delicious. And I did it plant based, except the egg. My little ones eat eggs, so what I ended up creating in like 5 minutes was a gravy. And babe, was the gravy good? We still have it, right? He's saving it because it was so good and it's so easy. And this is what I did. My friend was here last night. She's like, "Oh, I love mushroom gravy." So I created this gravy with umami. You know the umami powder? Tastes like mushroom, right? It's from mushrooms. So I used the umami powder, and I did, and you guys can take this down. 2 cups of stock. So I used vegetable stock that I was making another dish, and I scooped it from that to the pan. And seasoning. So I used that all seasoning from Costco that has all kinds of herbs and it doesn't have salt. 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. I used the gluten-free one, so it was a gluten-free gravy. 1 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/4 teaspoon of sage, dried sage, and 1 teaspoon of rosemary. What I did use for oils was the thyme oil and the Italian blend. So anything that calls for dried herb, you can use the essential oil. Just remember that the essential oils are stronger, so you probably want to test it out, do a little bit at a time. And you can do salt and pepper to taste. And then I added the umami to taste as well. And it tasted amazing. And I blended it in the blender to get it really smooth, the texture. Otherwise, the kids won't eat it. So super easy to do. To make. You can use it for Thanksgiving.
Love it. Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing that recipe. That is so awesome. So many cool recipes, information. Let's get back to our BOGO box. Now that Teddy's back with us. Hi, Teddy.
I know. Hi. I'm not touching anything. I've been off and on, off and on. All
You're
right.
doing
I'm
great.
gonna thank you.
Daddy, your earbuds are muffled. Do you want to just speak into the computer?
Oh, okay. Here, let me try to just turn off my headset then. See if it turns off.
Yeah, that's better.
Nice.
Can you hear me now or no?
Yes.
Hey, we're gonna figure out this new audio apps thing,
You
okay?
can hear me
Because
now?
this is the first time we're hopping on with it
Yeah. Tell me if
updated.
you can hear me.
It's very low.
Yeah.
Here, hold on. I'm gonna try not to hang up. Hold on. Let me try to do this.
Well, go back into your muffled earbuds.
Yeah, come back to me.
Okay, the muffled earbuds were
Oh
better.
God.
And you guys have been using apps and you could do the RTMP thing, right? To connect to Instagram. It is not working anymore. So
Whoa.
lots of improvements over here, but I'm joking, I'm being sarcastic. There are improvements because as you will see when you edit destinations, you will be able, it says coming soon, to directly connect your Instagram account to Haps. You cannot do it right now, but pretty sure it's going to be soon. They're working on it. So then you don't have to do the RTMC thing.
Yeah, which it's kind of nice. And then I can also go live on TikTok soon too. So I was like, oh, okay. There are some improvements coming, but I do think we're beta testing right now. It looks like so.
Oh, do you remember when we had it for doTERRA? We had to
Yeah,
do it for doTERRA when we were doing the transition of different systems.
yeah, it's true. But I mean, that's the only way that they can make this stuff happen is if there's beta testers. So, we've got to kind of hold on a little bit.
Yes.
I was like, I think
What
we can
was
do
the
this.
last? What's the last BOGO that we have?
So we've got Teddy talking about lavender, and then I'm going to talk about On Guard. So
So Olivia, go for it.
I'm going to go for it. Okay. So On Guard is actually the way that I was introduced to doTERRA. Before doTERRA, I was really into essential oils, just not. No, I never heard of doTERRA. Yes, there are people out there in the world that still haven't heard of doTERRA. Okay, so if you ever thought that like everybody in the world's already heard of doTERRA or whatever, it's not true. So many people haven't heard of it. Go out there, tell people about it. So On Guard, I was playing a show and Pam over here happened to be in the audience, and the way that I do shows, especially for small shows, I can't do this with big shows, but with the small shows, I'm able to go out and say thank you to everybody who came. Pam said she's a groupie. so so I'm like playing all these songs, and I'm like saying thank you to everybody at the end, and I see Pam, and we're having this great conversation, and I'm like, oh my gosh, new bestie, what's up? And I'm like, you know what, we're having such a great time, but I've got to go home because my face is throbbing. And she's like, your face is throbbing, what? And I was like, yeah, my teeth, like it. She wears shirts with my face on it. She does, it's true. So I had a massive cavity. Like, it was bad. I had a hole in my tooth. I have fear of dentist. So I didn't go to the dentist. My tooth was hurting so badly. And she's like, have you used essential oils? And then I was like, yeah, I've been using them from Whole Foods. They suck. And she's like, okay, well, try this. So she gave me a sample of On Guard. I took it home. And as I'm walking away, she gives me her card and she's like, if it works, call me. So that night, I was able to do some oil pulling. So I added a few drops of On Guard to coconut oil, and I did some oil pulling for like 20 minutes straight. And for the first time that night, for the first time in weeks, I finally slept. So the next day, of course, I texted Pam, and the rest is history. And now I'm here talking about On Guard. But that's just one way to use On Guard for your teeth. But On Guard is really amazing just for protecting you from everything. It's the protection, or the protective blend. It's On Guard. It's I diffuse it. It's in my laundry soap. It's in my hand soap. I've got wipes with On Guard. Everything that you need to protect yourself from germs. I think I could say that word. Germy thing. Nasty stuff. So if you got nasty stuff in the air, on surfaces, on your clothes, On Guard is it. So yes, Christina says talking about On Guard as a doTERRA Diamond and US Founder 2.0. Yeah, that's me. So that's how it started, with the throbbing toothache. Thank you, Pam. I always thank her for this. Like sometimes I'll just like randomly text her and be like, seriously, thank you again for introducing me to doTERRA. I can't believe that, I'm having all these breathing issues and I'm like using oils to sleep through the night. Again, like it's just so many blessings that come with these oils. So that's On Guard. Now, Teddy, can we hear you?
Yes. Can you hear me? I can hear you.
Yes! We
All
can
right.
hear
Oh
you,
my gosh.
Teddy!
All right. Lavender.
Yes!
Okay, this is Yeah, I'm so excited about lavender. Lavender is my gateway oil. It's one of my staples. I think I bathe in it from morning to night. I just love the way it smells. One thing I've used it for is in on my skin. I like to make a little face serum out of it. Um, and recently, I had my eyelids re-tattooed, right? So something that like saves time, right? So I had them re-tattooed last Wednesday, and they give you a little ointment, to put on it. But I just put lavender with a little bit of fractionated coconut oil on them, and then I also had my eyebrows done too at the same time. She said, "Hey, I got you on the table, give you a good price." So I had my eyebrows done. So then I, had to just have everything though lavender, and I think really no, very little swelling. I have a little bit of redness on my upper eyelid, but I'm just really happy with the results. Lavender is just so good with anything inflammation, anything to do with the skin. I use it for sunburns, too much sun in Hawaii. I mean, I don't really burn that much, but some days if I miss sunscreen in some spots and I'm out for a long time, I will burn a little bit. And the lavender is great. I've used it on my kids and family members. I like to use it at night, combined with marjoram and cedarwood and a little roller ball. Definitely helps me relax and fall back to sleep. Another thing that we've used it before in is cooking. I mean, you can make some great, like whipped creams with lavender. It's good for, desserts. You can make uh, your kind of own lavender syrup. You can make your flavor lemonade. Lavender lemonade is a popular thing right now. So I'm excited about lavender. I don't know what they're
So
going to
awesome.
come with.
Yeah, and then our lavender is pharmaceutical grade. Yeah, we've talked about it with
That's
Gabriella
right.
and how powerful that is. And it's the only company that has it because they're able to get the consistency of the constituents that that industry looks for, right? So super powerful.
Yeah, that's
And I
true. We
remember,
should provide a link. We should provide a link to that study too.
yes, I remember when friend had Mana, he had really bad diaper rash, and lavender was the key because I remember that gave him relief, and we use it all the time here at the house. It's probably one of the most used oils that we have, and that's the reason why essential oils are popular in the world, right? It's because of lavender. That's the culprit of it all. So
For anxiety too,
oh
and depression.
yes, anxiety, amazing for it, and because it's pharmaceutical grade, you can say that now.
Mhm.
We are
Oh, yay, there's
compliant.
the link.
Yes.
I think that's
So,
the right link.
yes, it is. That's the one. We are excited for the BOGO box, and it goes on tomorrow. So, and you will run out like every single time. So, if you're not a member of doTERRA, get in touch with the person who's helping you in your path of discovering this lifestyle. And I'm pretty sure you're going to be elated once that little box arrives. It's like Christmas time, which is Christmas time. So, give yourself a Christmas gift.
Yes.
Yes, and it's stocking stuffers, right? Perfect size.
Yeah.
Yes.
You put a feel here. Sweet, my love. So that's it. So next oily hour, we are going to talk about Olivia's trajectory to founder and how anyone can be a founder, not only in the United States, anyone in the world can become a US founder 2.0. And there's many spots left, but there won't be for too much longer. So we'll talk about that in the next oily hour. Thank you all for your time. Thank you all for your presence and your light. We'll see you soon.
Thank
Happy
you.
BOGO week.
Bye.
Bye.